The first and foremost important unit in studying social psychology is not the relationship, but the people, but most especially the self. We must keep in mind that every relationship starts with the individual and knowing oneself. Now, I'd like you to ask yourself, do you know yourself? Lesson 2 tackles knowing more oneself and how we see ourselves in different perspectives and situations. Being able to do this will let a person know how to properly interact with other people. The self is divided into 3 categories: the social actor, the motivated agent, and the autobiographical author. Our first category is the social actor. It is how we see each other and ourselves in different social situations. It is when we try to see the roles we play in society and pay a lot of attention to our social reputation. This begins as early as the age of 18 months. There are children who use the words me or mine and already start to express social emotions such as embarrassment, shame, or guilt. Imagine a little boy seeing his mom talk on the phone. The little boy can see and hear the tone of his mom's voice, which leads him to mirror the way she is acting. When he talks to people, he will end up mimicking what he has learned. This is why modeling is important, and that is also why exposing your children to a bad environment can affect the way they behave as they get older. Now we'll move on to the next category, which is the motivated agent. It is to move forward with the purpose of improving oneself and one's own goals. We play the role of a motivated agent when we try to change our values and goals throughout our lives. By the age of 1, there are infants that show preference when it comes to observation towards the behavior of people. Thus, once an infant understands how people behave due to their goals, it is a step to understand themselves in similar terms. In the presence of food, the motivated agent may or may not choose to eat depending on the state of its internal environment, which could be hunger motivation. The last category is the autobiographical author. It is the ability to tell a retrospective and prospective story about oneself. It is also the ability to understand who we were before, who we are now, and who we will be in the future, and see how we have developed over time. Being able to construct a narrative identity can help provide purpose and meaning to one's life. And this is what usually happens in the early adult years. An example of this category can be when we try to determine what we've done in the past and how we can use that to understand the purpose or the meaning of ourselves and of our lives. So that's it. This concludes Lessons 2 discussion about the self and identity. Thank you for listening.